I love movies. Like, really love movies. The acting, the directing, the cinematography, even the storytelling. It's all simply just magic. A way for me to escape the real world around me.
I grew up in Los Angeles. Not the LA you see on TV, but the real one behind the lights. Yeah, that one. Watts to be exact. And a kid of the 90s. Outside was a war zone, but inside, it was love. Before most of our technological conveniences, we had to have imagination. Play outside, run the streets, and be home before the lights came on. Most of the time, we just mimic what we saw on TV. Good times. If I can remember, my first memories of film started with 2 movies, one of which featured some of the first species on Earth. No, let's not jump ahead. More like this guy. The Land Before Time. Littlefoot and his crew of misfits trying to find their family and a peaceful place to exist. Seems relatable. But the second one involves a man I share a last name with.
It's definitely a no for me, dog.
Not that, Jackson. This one. Moonwalker made me fall in love with a world that was created far before I got here, and I loved every bit of it. Entertainment would have me then, now, and forever. But this would be the start of something that felt like home. I did say I was a 90s kid, right? And that world I fell in love with was about to get way bigger. The Dark Crusader. Vengeance of the Night. The man himself. Batman. Changed my life. Somehow this character resonated with me, and it just stuck. So what does a young person from the hood have in common with a billionaire white kid that's been struck with tragedy, yet in spite of what he's been through, wanted to do right by a world he barely knew? Well, the answer is a lot. No matter who we are, our social or economic status, or where we come from, we all have a story, and we all have to deal with this thing called life. This is the bridge that connects us, even when we don't see eye to eye in our daily life. In those moments, we are here. Now I know what you're thinking. All that from Batman is not that deep. And I say you're wrong. What's deeper than connection? That's what I love about storytelling. It could be a layered conversation or a mirror. Further, I began to discover what a director was and the role they played in this landscape of imagination. In this instance, we have Tim Burton, a quirky kid from Burbank, California, whose very unique style bleeds through in his movies. Being a concept artist and a pretty good drawer himself, in essence, can intimately connect his imagination to what we see on the screen. I think it's safe to say we got our fair share of examples throughout the years. To complete this starting trifecta, there was also another standout in Batman. The score. The theme that planted its flag firmly in the ground of pop culture, thanks to another quirky kid from LA, Wango Boingo's frontman himself, Danny Elfman. That duo will go on to shape a lot of my childhood memories for me. Sometimes it's hard to pinpoint a memory from the past, and in other times, the memory sticks. My first love outside the obvious was this beauty. And the second would be her. More specifically, her. Linda Hamilton, or what we know her as, Sarah Connor. She was the ultimate badass woman to me. Of course, I never seen anything like it, especially being my formative years. Coming from a single mother household, certain attributes were uncanny. A strong woman, mentally and physically, mission-driven, yet soft in areas she needed to be for her child. Funny how these parallels can mirror to real life. It's easy to find yourself in the art, On that bridge, once again. T2 is one of my all-time favorite movies, and it's damn near perfect to me. This is James Cameron at the mountaintop.
And cut.
Cut it.
Very nice. That's a wrap.
Like many of you, I got to experience so many wonders through this medium, and who better to deliver on that wonder than a GOAT? I can recall being scared of a shark, or going on a journey with a boy befriending an alien, or a man robbing tombs and fighting Nazis. But it was the magic of seeing that one thing most kids grew up loving. Jurassic Park was pure magic. We saw animals that had been extinct for millions of years come back to life. And just like the audience watching, we got to experience the same wonders as Dr. Grant, Dr. Sadler, and Dr. Malcolm, or as I like to call them, the Big Three. Throughout the years, we got so many great movies, and I feel fortunate to have witnessed most of them. But over the past few years, it seems like a little magic got lost. Now, this is totally subjective, but the feelings are all mine. The imagination and wonder seem to have left the building in exchange for agendas and politically charged views. Remakes that doesn't capture the essence of what made the original great. New material that lacks a soul because of a bottom line of numbers and algorithms that's required in business. And I get it. But the last time I checked, entertainment was supposed to do just that. Entertain. Escaping reality for a few hours. And of course, hope it's not all lost. Hollywood doesn't always get it right, but when they do, boy, it's a sight to experience. To appreciate the good, you have to go through some bad. And lately, we've been seeing a glimmer of light. This independent juggernaut puts the artistic vision of his creators first and somehow always end up on top. At least when it comes to the hardware.
And the Oscar goes to Brie Larson.
Ex Machina.
Barry Jenkins.
Mahershala Ali.
Brendan Fraser.
Jamie Lee Curtis. Keely Clark.
Michelle Yeoh.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Moonlight, you guys won Best Picture.
No matter the vast scope of imagery, epic fight sequences, or expensive visual effects, story will always reign supreme. Whether it's a mother and daughter, father and son, a boy on a quest, or just plain old redemption. These are the things that resonate because we are those people. We laugh, we cry, we feel pain, we cheer, we hit rock bottom, and we triumph. The feeling that makes us feel like we're soaring through the skies. And if there's one person that does just that, it's this guy. Not only has Tom been one of the biggest movie stars in the past 5 decades, he's become one of the best producers working.
Why?
Simply because he's one of us. A fan who loved the experience, grew up and made it, and put us first. I mean, the guy's like 60 and still jumping out of planes for us, all for the sake of entertainment. If you ever had a chance to hear him speak about movies, then you can feel his passion and see the efforts he put into his film to give us a great experience at the theaters. Someone who values the people and the hard-earned money they spend.
Yes, and we're just, with every time, we're not just doing the choreography, how do we...
And that kick in the
Henry,
chest.
also, Henry just delivers. Now, of course, here's the reloading the biceps that he demonstrates. Just
total
awesome.
improv.
Just awesome. Just creating that character, these moments that he just created are fantastic.
As a creator myself, I love those who have a radical spirit and want to cause disruption to an industry that can easily get stagnant. Now, I'm not the horror guy, except for slashers, weird I know. But I'd be remiss to mention someone who has a great business model in a genre where most go to get their skin in the game. Jason Blum has created an ecosystem where the artists can really paint their visions and tell their stories, while under a modest budget from a production company, which makes for great profit margins, given the movie's success, of course. And I think Blumhouse has seen its share of it, while also giving the opportunity to creators who are at the forefront of the industry today. The bottom line for business or industry is money. And from an owner's perspective, I can understand that. I believe outstanding leadership would be our salvation to greatness. The heads must make the best decision to appoint those who have vision and passion. In a time where we can get both great storytelling and success on a monetary level is truly remarkable and something that stands out. Recently, I watched Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and I feel like it's the perfect storm of the suits making the right decisions inside the building and letting the creators cook. The film gave me one of the best movie-going experiences I had in a very long time. Honestly, it gave me that feeling of why I fell in love with movies all those years ago. I was completely in awe of the ambitious nature of the animation and the incredible writing that had me locked into every frame. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. This is the magic of filmmaking. Before any of us were creators, we were fans first. Movies have shaped who I am, teaching me about courage, love, and the vast tapestry of the human experience that have made us laugh, cry, and question the world around us.
There's a real place like
Hey, look out for that!
Who's there?
So for the creators, keep exploring and digging until you find that thing that's gonna captivate the hearts and the mind. Fueling that inspiration to the kid that sat in front of the TV trying to escape from whatever world that was around him. And for the fan who lights up at the screen and share every moment of emotion, or those who just simply want to feel seen, we are the constant reminder that film can be a transformative power. Keep supporting greatness and making sure your voice is heard. My name is Don Amici, ironically named after this guy.
Well, now really, who would know better than I?
And I'm just a kid from the hood that fell in love with movies.
Big dog status, I'm a big dog vet.